welcome to Between Two Guitars. We got an exciting episode for tonight. I'm your host, Pastor Chris, and as always, Rogelio is here with us today. We have some good stuff coming up, but before we start that, we're going to do worship again. It's been so cool to be able to do worship, and I also want to say that we are putting all the songs as individual songs on our playlist on YouTube, so you guys can listen to the youth worship whenever you want as a playlist later on. So before we get into our interview and our show, let's worship the Lord together with our worship tonight by Mickey and Michaela. So let's see that.
Let our praise be your welcome. Let our songs be a sign. We are here for you. We are here for you. Let your breath come from heaven. Fill our hearts with your light. We are here for you. We are here for you. To you our hearts are open. Nothing here is hidden. You are one desire. You alone are holy. Only you are worthy. God, let your fire fall down. Let our shout be your anthem. Your renown fill the sky. We are here for you. We are here for you. Let your word move in power. Let what's dead come to life. We are here for you. Jesus, we are here for you. To you our hearts are open. Nothing here is hidden. You are one desire. You alone are holy. Only you are worthy. God, let your fire fall down. To you our hearts are open. Nothing here is hidden. You are one desire. You alone are holy. Only you are worthy. God, let your fire fall down. Let it fall. Let it fall. We welcome you with praise. We welcome you with praise. Almighty God of love, we welcome in this place. Let every heart adore. Let every soul awake. Almighty God of love, we welcome in this place. We welcome you with praise. We welcome you with praise. Almighty God of love, be welcomed in this place. To you our hearts are open. Nothing here is hidden. You are one desire. You alone are holy. Only you are worthy. God, let your fire fall down.
For I spoke a word, you were singing over me. You have been so good to me. For Let my eyes see your kingdom shine all around. Let my heart overflow with passion for your name. Let my life be a song revealing who you are. For you are salt and light. You are love's great high. You are deep and wide, a consuming fire. You are salt and light. You are love's great high. You are deep and wide, a consuming fire. Let my eyes see your kingdom shine all around. Let my heart overflow with passion for your name. Let my life be a song revealing who you are. Let my life be a song revealing who you are. For you are salt and light. For you are salt and light. For you are salt and light.
So you literally just didn't hear the last 10 seconds of what I was saying. Okay, what I was saying was, Michaela did awesome. And it's so cool to see the ukulele praising the Lord. There's more worship available on the YouTube page, and we're going to upload those songs that you just saw tomorrow, so you can listen to those as well if you want to. I also wanted to let you know that if you didn't get a chance, go check out Calvary Chapel Big Bear's YouTube page. They just posted a winter camp video from our winter camp last month, and it's a really cool video. It's got a lot of funny things happen. Ethan Verne, I think there's a shot of you getting pelted in the head from a dodgeball. It's pretty funny, so look for that. And there's a bunch of other cool shots of you guys from winter camp. If you didn't get a chance to see it, go to Calvary Chapel Big Bear YouTube page. I'm going to try to get the link and upload it to our page later, but for now, go there and you can check it out. Okay, with that, let's get our show started. Tonight, we have a very special guest. Every guest we have is very special. She's a trail running expert and a super mom. Please welcome Sue Marie Brophy. Hi, Sue. Okay, we have to do the fake COVID high five.
Oh.
Okay, you can't touch. Sorry. Yeah. And our faces have to be 6 feet away. I think I measured it. It's good. Welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Thanks for being on it.
Thanks for the opportunity.
I heard you were a loyal watcher and viewer at home.
Yes.
You've been following us from the very beginning.
As much
True
as I
fan.
could. And I was like, Jojo, get out of the kitchen. Josh, stop. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's chaotic at home to get everyone together to watch. Okay, so before we start, you know, on the show, we like to play a game. So tonight, our game is going to be a little different. So we'll explain the rules in a minute. But what do you think of babies?
Most babies are cute.
Most?
Most babies are cute.
Have you met an ugly baby?
Yes, I have.
Your son is over here pointing to himself.
He was like a shriveled old baby man. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, did he ever get cute? Like
Yeah, he was super cute once he had the blonde hair and the blue
Yeah,
eyes.
you just
but yeah.
sometimes I think sometimes babies at first don't have that cute factor, and then like a couple months in they get chubby and they get cute.
Yes.
I personally think that every baby that's at least 6 months old is like cute. I've never seen a baby I didn't think was a little bit cute.
6 months, they're cute.
Yeah, maybe
but-
that's it. Maybe brand new it's a little bit. They're too young. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we don't look like our cute baby selves anymore, but we still have pictures, so we know what we look like, right? Everyone has pictures of themselves as babies. So we're gonna play a game called Who's the Baby? Okay. We're gonna throw up. It's called Who's the Baby. So the first person to guess which leader, these are baby pictures from all the leaders, is the baby gets a point. And we're going to keep track. Stacey's going to help me keep track in the comments. And at the end of, I think there's 10 photos, and there's 13 leaders. So 3 leaders aren't in there. So it's there. You're going to see the list of the leaders next to the photos to give you a little bit of help, but it's also going to be a little tricky because not all of them are in there. Okay? So we're going to show you a photo, and it'll have a list of names next to it. Okay, guys? The first person to reply with the correct answer gets the point. Okay, so Stacy's going to be on this. I actually had a printout for you, Stacy, so you'd know, but I don't remember where I put it. So we have a slide that shows who the winner is and who it is. Okay, so if you don't know who it is, then just guess wildly, I guess. I don't know. All right, so let's see the first one. Who is it? All right, this is a little bit of an easy one. All right, who's the first one to get it? Look on. All right, guys, put your guesses in. Could be me. Could be Matt. Could be Josh. Tristan.
Could be Joe.
Could be Paige. I don't know. All right, guys. Let's see what you got. It's a little bit of a lag, so I want to give you guys a couple seconds. Savannah. Nailed it. All right, Savannah, you got that one. Click. Yep, it's Mickey. All right, next one. Let's go. All right, who's this? Who is it?
Yikes.
All right, somebody just texted me, but you have to apply in the comments because I don't have time to figure out who's texting. So if you texted me, you need to comment to get the point, okay? All right, you guys got this next one? I don't see anyone yet. There's a little bit of a lag on the video, so.
So cute. Yeah, come on, guys.
All right, who's got this one? Kaylee, Savannah got him again. Dang, girl. All right. Next one. All right, who is that?
Who is that?
Oh, this one's a hard one. I don't think anyone's getting it. Someone said Matt. Nope, not Matt, not Paige. Not Paige. Nope, this is not Paige, it's not Matt, it's Tristan! Natalie, oh wow. I mean, you know what though? Give her the point. I mean, hey, alright, next one. Who's this? See, it is kind of hard because there are family members involved. Sue, Amanda, no. Yoda.
Did he really?
Alright, no, it's not Stacy.
I'm glad to know my dad has
This one's so easy.
This, huh? Yeah, I love flippers like that. I still wear those today. Alright, you guys. Somebody guess. Let's see who we got.
Nope, not me.
Nope. It's not Stacy. It's not. Oh, it's Paige. Natalie got it. All right, so it's 2-2. Natalie and Savannah. All right, next one.
Don't point at anything.
I don't know, guys. Start guessing. Guess wildly. Wait. Ready? It's not Mickey. It's not Amanda.
No, they're on the last one.
Oh, they're on the last one. The last one already got guessed. It's Paige.
No, Natalie.
Yep, that's me. Good job, Natalie.
That doesn't look anything like that.
Well, it could be. I don't know. Who knows? All right, who's this one?
Is that JoJo?
Oh, Savannah, you were right, but you were a little late. All right, who's this picture?
Oh, look at his face. Yeah.
Anyone guessing it yet? Let's see. It's not me. I already got guessed.
Ryan got it. Whoa.
Oh, Ryan Tetchoff, you got it.
Natalie.
Oh, actually, that's Allie. Allie, good job. You got it. All right, Allie got a point. Next one. It's a little blurry. A bunch of people got Joe, but you're a little bit late. Savannah got ruined by autocorrect. Autocorrect. It was Joe, Savannah, but this next one is not. Joe.
So curious. Savannah. She just said, Natalie said that was Matt. Oh, Joe said that picture wasn't really him.
Did we get it? Stacy, yep. Wait, who got that? Wait, who got that point? Savannah? Okay, next one. All right. Madison Mercado, you're texting me on my phone, but you have to comment on YouTube, okay? Who is this? Who is this one? Anyone yet? We got a couple guesses.
Joe said it's me.
Stacy, Amanda, a couple Amandas. No, it's not Amanda. Sorry, Allie, it's not Amanda. No, more Amanda guesses. No.
Not a band of people.
Well, it takes a couple seconds for her to go. All right, keep guessing.
Natalie.
Oh, Natalie got it. It's Sue. That picture looks like it's from the 40s, Joe said. Your husband just called you old.
Nice. I am old.
All right, who's this next one?
I tried.
Nice. Oh, Natalie right after her, and then Luke. You guys are just like seconds away. Savannah, Natalie, Luke. All right, that was Matt. Okay, next one. This is the last one, by the way. All right, last photo. Who's gonna get the point? I think. Ryan. It's not Ryan.
Natalie.
Oh, Natalie.
Another time.
Wait.
Wait,
No. Oh, she did get it. Yep, Natalie got. So who was it? Who's our winner?
Natalie.
It was Natalie.
Yeah, she got five.
They were cute.
I mean, I was the cutest, obviously, but all the babies are pretty cute.
Your picture is probably the easiest.
I know. That's what Stacy told me. She goes, "It looks like you without glasses." I'm like, "Oh."
No facial hair.
Yeah.
Stay the correct way.
Okay. Let's do our interview. You want to?
Sure. I'm
Okay.
a little nervous.
So, I always have some hard-hitting facts to ask our contestants, our guests. That's what it's called, right? I'm not a very good talk show host. I forget what you're the
doing
guest on the talk show host, right? Okay, so I have some questions for you, Sue. Now I heard that when your family goes skateboarding on the boardwalk at the beach,
Yeah.
they pretend that you're their Aunt Sue from Minnesota
Yeah. They're embarrassed.
because they're embarrassed of you rollerblading behind them.
Yeah.
Tell me about that. How does that make you feel?
Well, I've come to accept it. I mean, I have a very cool family, right?
That's
They're
true.
all on their skateboards and everybody's watching them and they're like, oh, they look so cool. And then I kind of trail behind on my rollerblades and I'm Aunt Sue from Kansas.
Oh, Kansas. Oh, that's even worse, right?
Yeah.
Aunt
Yeah.
Sue. You just go with it.
Yeah, because I really do. I mean, I'm terrified that I'm going to fall on the rollerblades and I have
So-
actually crossed Mission Boulevard.
It's a
and-
security thing for you too. You can be like, I'm from Kansas. I don't know what I'm doing, and then people won't look at you weird.
Well, they do. My family looks so cool. Like Joe's got his board shorts on, and yeah,
Hey,
they all just
you
look
know what?
really cool.
I respect you rocking the rollerblades after all these years. I remember when they were cool in the
They're
80s,
not anymore.
and now they're not. I don't know what happened. I remember earning some of my first, from the first time I did chores, to earn money was to buy rollerblades. Like when I was like 10, and it was like the coolest thing back then, and now, I don't know, not so much.
But I'm from Minnesota, and Minnesota, they're still cool.
But that's in Minnesota.
I know, because people, the ice, they play ice hockey, and yeah.
Yeah, so I used to have a group of friends who played street hockey. And I think if you play street hockey, you can pull it off and be cool. But if you're just riding down a boardwalk, it might not be like that.
No.
Well, alright, well, it doesn't matter. Don't try to be cool anyways. If you like rollerblades, rock those rollerblades. That's all.
I embraced it. I did.
Yeah. Good. Okay, so tonight you wanted to talk about how to have peace, right? Something you've been thinking a lot about. And I can assume that most of us, through all this that's going on, it's been challenging to know how do we have peace when the world seems like it's going crazy. So let's talk about that tonight. What are your thoughts on that?
So, this morning, when I knew I was going to have to talk about this, I wasn't feeling very peaceful.
You volunteered.
I know. I did, because I felt the Lord, but I was not happy, because with the beaches closing and then the extended stay-at-home thing really made me kind of want to punch a wall.
It's a little frustrating, yeah.
Yeah. And so thinking about this, it's kind of funny how the Lord makes you go, oh, really? You're going to talk about peace? How's that going? So this morning it wasn't so great. I was kind of frustrated.
So what have you learned about peace as you're preparing for this?
So there's a quote. I don't know who said it. I tried to find out who said it.
It's probably me.
And it was something along the lines of, you can visit grief or visit anger or visit anxiety, but you can't live there. Don't live there. And so it made me think about how, in the Lord, we have peace, but we have to intentionally spend time with Him to gain it. That it's not something that's just kind of, you can't, a lot of times when people go, hey, how you doing? I'm like, I'm fine. No, I'm fine. Really, I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Yeah, but I'm not sometimes.
So peace is an intentional thing. You have to seek it, look for it, practice it. It's not going to just fall in your lap and be, I'm at peace.
Yes.
Randomly.
Yeah. And so can I talk about the verse?
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So the verse that I chose, I don't want to go too far ahead, but
you talk before we get to the verse.
Can I do? Okay.
Yes.
So this is really cool because we had talked about science and the Bible.
Yeah.
And I love this verse because it either science reinforces the Bible or the Bible reinforces science. I'm not really sure, the egg before the chicken or whatever.
Yeah.
And so it's Philippians chapter 4, verses 6 through 8.
Okay, we'll turn that in a minute.
Yeah, so everybody get their Bibles. And
you want to do it now, or do you want to?
No, I want to do it right now.
Okay, so go ahead and turn to Philippians. We'll put the verse in the comments. Philippians chapter, you said 4?
Philippians chapter 4, verses 6 through 8.
All right, Philippians 4, 6 through 8.
Okay, and because I always go off on tangents, Chris and I were also talking about how what kind of epistle?
Oh,
They're locked down, right? I'm like, what have we been, 2 months?
With no cell phones, no Netflix, no
No
snack
binge
food,
watching.
nothing. I mean, we think we have it bad. It was rough, yeah.
So that's why I think this is so appropriate because he wasn't at a beach house hanging out, drinking Starbucks, playing beach volleyball with his friends or going surfing. I mean, he was literally,
And if he was doing that, he probably wouldn't have wrote the book of Philippians.
So when we're seeking joy and peace, Paul's the man who points us to the Lord, and that's why I think this is so appropriate.
Yeah. All right, so let's read, starting in, you said verse 6 through 8?
Yes.
Okay, so let's read verse 6. Read along with us, guys. Go ahead, Sue.
Okay, 6 through 8. Okay. Be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. Finally, brethren, whatever things are true, whatever things are noble, whatever things are just, whatever things are pure, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are of good report, if there is any virtue, and if there is anything praiseworthy, meditate on these things. Such a good verse.
Yeah, it is really good. I've used that verse so many times in my life. So what's the biggest thing that hits you from these verses?
Well, okay. So this morning, when I was really frustrated about the beach, and I was frustrated, I can't run on my trails, so it drives me insane.
You're an expert trail runner.
Yeah, expert. I am the back of the pack. But anyway, I feel like right now there's a lot of stresses and challenges and struggles with this, but I think there's been also a lot of blessings. And so with this verse, I love it because the Lord not only gives you a commandment to not be anxious, to not worry about anything, but then he also gives you the solution right? It's
Yeah.
not just be happy. It's like, no. It's all, don't worry, but what you need to do rather than worrying is you need to pray, and you need to
Yeah.
need to be thankful.
And focus on those things which are holy, pure, just, all those things. It's not about just dropping something, like don't be anxious. It's about replacing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's really, like for me, again this morning when I was so angry and so frustrated, I was like, no, I'm fine. I've got it. I'm good. I'll figure out this thing for the lesson tonight and talking with Chris. I got it. And then the Lord was like, no, you're not. And it was like I really had to intentionally spend time with him. And I really had to intentionally apologize and ask for forgiveness for my sins, because my heart was hard, because I was pretending that I was fine, but I was really kind of angry, and I was really sad about the circumstances.
And I would assume you guys at home, I mean, some parts of this thing I know for me have been fun, but especially in the last week, as this drags on, I'm feeling that way too. Like, oh my gosh, this is really frustrating. Or it canceled my birthday, or it canceled my plans, or my graduation for some of the seniors, and just those frustrations that you just want to get angry about. And I've had to stop and be like, okay, I'm getting worked up. Like I got to refocus. So yeah, it's exactly. I totally feel you with that. Like this morning, I was actually thinking the same thing. Like, are you kidding? Now they're going to close the beaches again? Like, what's going on? This is crazy.
Yeah.
And no matter how bad it gets, that's what the Lord just says, hey, focus back on me, right? So, yeah. Okay, so
The science
more.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were telling me this is really cool. She has some really cool things that she found scientifically about this.
Okay, this is not Sue Brophy wisdom. This is actually like a scientific.
It's written in a book somewhere.
It's written in a book somewhere.
You didn't just come up with this.
I can back it up. I didn't make it up.
Yeah.
And so this book was basically saying that anxiety and thankfulness are mutually exclusive. So your brain, neurologically, physiologically, you cannot be thankful and have anxiety at the same time.
Right.
So it's a scientific fact. I mean, think about that for a minute. That's like, and I just think that's amazing. So when you say mutually exclusive, it means like you can't walk forward and walk backward at the same time.
One or the other, yeah.
Yeah, or you can't go left and go right at the same time. You have to either go left or go right. And so your brain physiologically is not set up to have anxiety and to be thankful at the same time. You either have to be thankful or you have to have anxiety, but it cannot be, they can't be happening at the same time.
And it's interesting because I think we can become thankful when something really good happens, but when stuff's hard, we have to actually choose to be thankful. See, and I think the mistake we make is we just assume that the first one is what we should always happen. Like the easy way, like, oh, of course I'm thankful. It's, someone gave me a gift. Yay. I'm thankful for that. But that's easy. Anyone can do that. Actually, everyone does that. The real test is, like you said today, like struggling, like you have to choose. Because if you don't, like you said, it's mutually exclusive. If you don't do that, then you're going to be upset. And you can't be both. You can't be thankful and upset and anxious at the same time. I think it's important to remember.
Well, and I think for the teenagers and the young adults, your brains there's a lot of brain growth that's happening. Yeah. And so, I mean, I think the same thing for me, it's habit forming, right? But in the adolescent brain, the neural pathways are growing and they're pruning. And so when you guys are dealing with the stress of, prom being canceled, plays being canceled, volleyball seasons being canceled, baseball seasons being canceled. I mean, summer camp. I mean, all these crazy things that we had taken for granted for so long.
Our summer camp's not canceled yet.
So I know, praise the Lord for that, because I'm not even going there.
It's not yet.
But our brains, you guys are creating habits by focusing on the anxiety or intentionally saying, you know what, I'm really sad about this situation. Like, I'm really sad that I can't run the trails right now. And so when I get really frustrated, then I go, okay, Lord, you know what? I'm thankful that I have a fridge full of food. I'm thankful that my kids are healthy. I'm thankful that they're not screaming at each other at this exact moment right now, and then you can get into a habit, and it's amazing. And it's the Lord, right? Yeah. It's not me, it's the Lord.
No, because you can't just manufacture that, especially when when you're going through a really tough time, like Paul was in prison when he wrote. I mean, think about that he wrote this verse, be anxious for nothing in all things with thanksgiving. He wrote that as he's sitting in a prison. Like, dude, that guy chose to be thankful. He chose to focus on God. He chose to look at all the hope Jesus gave him as opposed to what the world takes away.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's huge too. We focus on what the world's taking away and not on what God's already given us.
Mm-hmm.
And that's big too.
Yeah, because I think that's the crazy thing about this is that there's such huge struggles right now.
Yeah.
But I also think when you take time, there's amazing blessings, and the Lord's aware. He's doing something, and it's going to be really amazing to see what that is.
We always know the Lord is doing something. There's never any situation in this earth that's ever happened where God's like, oh, this is a horrible thing. I didn't mean for that to happen. No, he knows he is actually using all those things. So for whatever reason, I don't agree with it because I'm not God, but I don't know why we're on this weird lockdown quarantine thing that doesn't make a lot of sense, and people have different opinions and everyone's getting mad at each other. I don't like it, but there's something he's doing, some reason. And so, hey, we just got to focus on the joy he does give us, and the things that are holy, the things that are pure, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are of good rapport, focus on those things.
Yeah, because Paul was obviously effective even though he was in prison.
Yeah, and all the disciples, they lived at a time when the government, if you think our government is doing weird things, that back then in Rome was way worse.
Yeah.
They could just pick you off the streets and behead you for no reason. And so, they had a lot to complain about compared to us, and they still were joyful because of God. Okay, that's awesome. I love all that. So give us something to take away, something to think about, maybe something for the kids at home, or if you got anything else you want to expand on.
It's funny how the Lord works. So I did my little devotion today, and it's Streams in the Desert, which is kind of an old school book. And there was a guy, his name's Samuel Dickey Gordon. I want to give him credit. He wrote devotions called Quiet Talks. Have you heard of it?
I've heard of it, yeah.
Okay, I had never heard of him, so I had to Google. He was 1859 to 19 something, kind of an older guy, dead.
Or really old. One of the two.
So he had said one of the ways to guarantee that you stay on fire, right? One of the ways that you don't become a lukewarm Christian is that you, what was the term that he used? He said, experience a fresh touch of time with God. So he called it a fresh touch. And I love that because I think, sometimes we can, like me this morning, I'm fine. I'll read my little devotion. But you really have to intentionally find a quiet time where the Lord can nudge you. And I think it's easier than it was before.
Well, it's easier to have that time because we were given a lot of time.
Yeah, we have a lot of time.
We have to be careful not to just waste it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or to harden our hearts because, we're frustrated about things and we don't want to dig into the grief that I think a lot of us, can be experiencing. And so I do think it's really important that, you guys find some quiet time. And for me right now, it's hard. I've got 3 teenagers and Joe's at work but
dogs and people. And even when you're on quarantine, there's still a lot going on.
It's still a lot going on. So just finding a place where it's quiet and you can let the Lord just speak to you. Yeah. And, hey, if it's gardening, I'm doing a lot of gardening. If it's taking a walk, it's going for a bike ride. If it's blasting the worship music, whatever that way to just have to create the time for God to speak to you. Yeah,
I think that's a huge thing to take away. Be intentional about the time that you take with God and be intentional about focusing on being thankful and joyful in what God's given you. Yeah. I love it. It's great. Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you, Sue. Before you leave, we have some talent show stuff. Some talent show stuff. All right. So a couple of you guys sent some stuff in. So we're going to show a couple of things here. The first one is, let me see. It's Alana, and I'm going to call this Awesome Dogs because these dogs are awesome. So,
Sit. Sit. Whatever. Listen. Yeah. How about we sit? Good boy. Go ahead. Sit. Lay down. Now, can I leave it? Can I? Wait. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Yeah, leave it. Oh, leave it. She's not very good at that one. Leave it. She's cuddly. Come on. Leave it. Leave it. Okay, get it. Let's do it. Okay.
Go back. Yeah, good job. So Peyton will send you a gift card. That was awesome. I love the pencil artwork. That's one of my favorite. I actually like to do art. I don't do it as much as I want.
Really?
I used to be an artist, yes. So I love pencil art, but I just never get a chance to do it. So that was really cool. I like that a lot. Good job, Peyton. We'll send you a gift card for that. And don't forget, keep sending stuff in. Every week we're going to do, hopefully, give away at least one prize for things that you guys send in. Hey, quiet on the set. All right. So, also don't forget, 8:30 and 10:30 you watch Gary. It's cool to kind of see Gary anyways. I think that's a good thing to be able to watch me and you and everyone on the show and watch Gary. And then next Thursday, we're going to have, I don't know who the guest is yet, but come tune back in next Thursday at 7 p.m. and it'll be awesome. So, with that, thank you, Sue. You're awesome.
Thank you, Chris.
And go home and practice having more peace.
Read Philippians.
Yeah, read Philippians. It's a great book to read right now.
Yeah.
All right. God bless you guys.